This is Jill Scott.
Hey, this is Jennifer Hudson.
Yo, what's up? This is Robin Thicke.
This is Raheem Patterson.
This is Lettuce.
Welcome to this edition of the Artist Lounge with Raheem DeVaughn.
Now, some people call me the R&B hippie neo-soul rock star. And others, they call me Mr. Grammy-nominated, BET award-winning, the Hustler, Radio Raheem. I come from a single-parent household, mainly in my mother's house. My father was not in my household, but he was very much part of my life. So I would spend my fall and school semesters with my mom, and then, do the holidays and the summers with my pops. So my father being a musician, jazz celloist, Abdul Wadud, I had the opportunity to travel with him and go to some of the gigs and stuff like that. Wake up to the sounds of him rehearsing, early in the morning. I actually had the opportunity to learn every instrument possibly known to man, but was just reluctant, kind of standoffish about it. Didn't know I would be doing music, the way I am now. If I had to do all over again, I probably would learn how to play everything. I even remember them buying me a violin at one point and me just, destroying it, or I don't know. I would actually listen to my favorite artists at the time, Jodeci, Babyface, and just kind of like write songs to their songs, or like study the song structure of a song. I feel like even now to date, in order to break the rules, you have to learn the rules first. So I definitely studied the writers and producers and artists. I was big on reading credits and seeing who wrote what and who produced what. And, so I definitely, the writing process came first. And then it was the process of singing. And I still have probably one of my first tapes of when I ever recorded somewhere in the box. I sound like I had a cold the whole song, So, learning how to sing properly, then breathing and whatnot.
Yo, welcome. I want to tell you about the beautiful love experience.
My writing process has changed, since '93. For the last 10 years, I don't write stuff down. So I don't put anything on paper. My process is, I get the music. If it's a music or a track that I'm checking for, and I like it, as long as I have a quick engineer, it just comes out. So it's a process where it definitely doesn't come from me, but more or less through me. Some of my old music influences would definitely have to be Marvin Gaye, Curtis Mayfield, Bob Marley, Sade, Isaac Hayes, Earth, Wind & Fire, the Beatles, just to name a few. I was co-founder of a group, Urban Ave 31, which in 2000 we put out a CD called The Healing. We followed up later on with a CD called The Antidote. Putting out The Healing kind of set the tone for the type of artist I think that I would be. Ultimately, my first solo album came out in 2005, The Love Experience. That album, half of that album was socially conscious, with records like Who, Green Leaves, Until, Catch-22, which kind of went under the radar. And since 2000, I put out 4 independent albums, the Urban Ave, 2 under the brand of Crossroads, 8 mixtapes, which have over 20 songs on them that are not on any of the albums. I would definitely continue to make socially conscious music. The Bulletproof record. That record will come on and I'll see the whole vibe of the room change. It's crazy. It's crazy.
We loaded cock and name and shoe, living like we bulletproof. We bang, bang, bang. I appreciate your smile. Thank you.
For Woman, I set it up. That was my first #1 record. So, hopefully not my last, but definitely my first. And it was also my first Grammy nod. So that record will forever be special, and I think that's, it serves its purpose.
Word on the street is you gave him his walking papers, and, well, I want to be the man that my daddy raised me to be.
I think one of the biggest things I've learned is to have patience. And you definitely need it daily throughout the day. You talk to God. I think those are some of the things that, it's taught me a lot of patience. And it's not easy being different, but it sure is fun.
They can hate if
My musical philosophy is this: we provide a message to the people. So with that being said, ultimately with your gift, you're supposed to be bringing people, I feel like personally, you're supposed to be bringing people closer to God, to the Creator. If you're not doing that, it's all in vain. Peace world, this is the R&B hippie neo-soul rock star Raheem DeVaughn, aka Radio Raheem. Originally born in Orange, New Jersey, and grew up in the Maryland, Washingtonian area.
You've been inside the Artist Lounge on 96.3 HD2 WHUR-WORLD.com.